Okay. I just I had to make this because I'm having this conversation with Cornelius, um, who obviously, he's a theist. I'm an atheist. So we've got very, very basic disagreements on the nature of things. However, that being said, I find that I can usually have a pretty good conversation with Cornelius. I mean, inevitably, we're going to end up disagreeing about things. But, he's not constantly screaming at me that my father, the devil, blah, 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 blah. I don't get that kind of shit from him. I can actually have, a rational exchange of ideas until the point where we get to something that neither one of us is willing to concede the other's point of view on, which is, that's fine. That's a conversation. You don't always end up agreeing with each other. But the conversation that's going on right now is this whole idea that you have to have knowledge of something before you can lack a belief in it. And this is all stemming back to atheism being defined as a lack of belief in God. Now, I know some people will use the term atheist to put forward the idea that there is no God, that they will assert a positive belief that there is no God. And, technically, if you want to get technical, that is atheism as well. That would be considered Gnostic atheism. You have a definite knowledge in your mind that there is no God. And atheism that most people, or at least the atheism that I subscribe to, if you will, would be considered an agnostic atheism, in that I have no belief in God. I don't actively make a belief statement that I do not believe in God or that there is no God. I simply say that I have no belief in God because there's been nothing presented to me that would give me any reason to believe in God. So that is a lack of a belief in God. Not a disbelief in God, simply a lack of a belief in God. Now, I want you to do this little experiment with me, if you would, Cornelius. I want you, right now while you're watching this, hopefully you're watching this, I want you to think of something, okay? I want you to think of something that is not real, okay? You're making up an imaginary creation in your head, okay? Now, hold the picture of that creation in your head. All right? You got it? Now, I'm going to be able to tell you right now that I definitely lack a belief in that thing that is in your head right now. I have no belief in it. I have no positive belief statement to make. I have no negative belief statement to make. I have no belief statement to make. I lack belief in that object. There is an absence of belief in me with regards to that created object in your mind. So, for all intents and purposes, one could say that I am in fact an atheist in regards to whatever it is you have created. Now, I know that's an improper use of atheism because it's not really dealing with theism, but you get my meaning. You're reasonable enough, you're intelligent enough, I know you're at least following me whether or not you agree with me. But, that is just driving me crazy. Lack of belief, man. An absence of belief. That's all it is. And I don't need to have any knowledge of what it is you're talking about to lack a belief in it. I do have to have knowledge before I can claim I believe or I do not believe in it. That much is true. But to simply lack a belief in it, no, I don't require any knowledge of it whatsoever. That is the default position. I am in default in absence of belief of something that I know nothing about. The only time that absence of belief or lack of belief can change is when I am made aware of that concept. Then I can make a conscious decision to believe or not to believe. That's my point, man. That's all I'm saying. It's just, you don't... Anyway, I enjoy talking with you, though. It's always a good conversation, despite the fact that we usually end up not agreeing at all. That's it, man. Talk to you later.